Namaste again. So we have learned Rāśi and Guru Poornima separately. Now just wanted to learn how can we connect it together.
Okay. First of all, I have never taught Rasi. So what we will do is we will understand what is the Rasi meaning, how it is connected with Guru Poornima. That is the purpose of this lesson. So the creation of the Rasi is always with Surya. And Surya takes 1 degree per day for his travel. And he takes about 30 degree to complete one Rasi. And when Surya is the king of all the resources which are happening around you. And he is the god of all the Agni Tattva. He's having the presence of Agni Tattva in him. So we can see from the universe how strong he is having the Agni Tattva. So he has chosen 16 vowels to create Rasi. In that, the 16 vowels, Sanskrit vowels he has taken to create the Rasi. In that 16 vowels, 12 of them, 16 letters to take and make as a sound. He has taken 2 things, letters and sound, always. Surya will take always as letters and sounds, as we saw in the previous lesson about the Anshtup Chandas. So you have to teach both Vak, speech, how the Vaks are, which are actually a combination of words. Then through the pronunciation, you will understand where it is actually going to. So these are the 2 big knowledge which is coming. And Surya has learned that from his Guru. Hence, he is the boss of his Mantra Shastra, which is already present. So Surya has made these 12 Rashis by creating 30 into 12, 360 degree for creating all the 12 Rashis. And he said, I am not going to be physically present everywhere. So I am actually giving 12 Adityas for you people. 12 Adityas. Covering all the Rashis, I will give one Aditya each. And every Aditya will do their job according to the resources what is required for this human being in the planet. And whatever it is required, I will give in the respective Rashis, so that the humans can come to this planet and enjoy their life and go. That is the whole agenda for him. Now, the 4 which is left out on the 16. So it is basically his creation was like this, 4 square it is basically. So 4 square means 4 into 4, 16. So again, if you see, it is 4 again and multiply by square, 4 square, 16. In that, 12 has gone already. Out of the 16 letters, 12 has gone to the Rashis, mapped with A to A, A to A. Okay. Then there are 4 more, which he has chosen for Kshetras. Kshetra is a very big concept in the astrology. Kshetra, in every temple, if you really know what is the real word of how to call a temple is Kshetra. Meaning, these Kshetras can live without having any destruction either from the calamity or whatever. These Kshetras having an ability to withstand there. Why? Because it was all the Kshetras was taken by whenever this the Kumbhavishekam of a particular Kshetra is coming up, always they do in a Bhavakarana. Again, sun. Whenever it is Bhavakarana. So Bhavakarana is a Karana, ruler of sun. Meaning, if sun is there, the mantras always presence in the Kshetra. The mantras, every disciple will have, the main purpose is every disciple has to learn the mantra. But we people go to the temple without having any knowledge about mantra, everything, without knowledge of this all, Guru Poornima, everything, we are just going there. So it is an act of ignorance. But when you know this, you will go with a proper agenda. What are we going for? We are actually going for learning at least some few mantras of the God and go and do the mantra so that these Kshetras are getting intact. What is the Kshetras? It is 4 directions. And what are the 4 directions for every human, for every creatures, whether it is any creatures have to have this knowledge of 4. Even birds, God has given that knowledge. East, west, north, south. Humans also has these 4 Kshetras.
Absolutely.
So everywhere you should have 4 kshetras. So in every kshetra, if you go, there are 4 dikpala, meaning they are the physical guardians of the kshetras. East, there will be a Dikpala in a Kshetra. Only you are not able to notice where the Dikpala is. But if you ask really the people who are knowing about it, they will show this is the Dikpala of East. This is the Dikpala of West. Like that, they are the protective bodyguards in the temple, Kshetra. And this 12 Rāśi, the Rasi, which actual word Rasi, is sun is creating and going with Adityas. So, they are actually forming this particular the kshetra in a very strong basis. Like that means all the 12 rashis which are facing different seasons also. And every season will have different kind of environment. Sometimes flood may come due to heavy rains. The kshetra has to be there without any destruction. So this is the this thing which has given. Now, Adityas also, all these 16 also have a Bija seed mantra given by the Surya. Meaning, Aries is having a seed, Taurus is having a seed, Gemini is having a seed, everybody is having a seed. So, if you go to temple, if you know all the seeds, you can practice and give the seed so that you are actually making the Kshetra more powerful. And every disciple who are coming inside should know this knowledge of 12. Plus the 4 of the other 4 knowledge also, making the 16 very powerful. And this 16, if you really see, there are 16 columns.
16 columns.
Yeah. So, that we will see later. Okay, columns we are not going to.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay. So, they are symbolizing everything, whatever is present in this visible world. So, and what is sun is trying to communicate is basically, if you want to see me, I am the only tattva is having a power to give rupa. Meaning, in our this thing, you may be having a question, why are we having so many deities and everything, so many forms and everything? Because Surya is the fundamental definition for the rupa. Meaning, if there is no Agni, you cannot see any rupa. I cannot see
light to see anything.
I cannot see you. You cannot see me. I cannot see the deity inside the kshetra. It is complete nothing. No rupa.
We need light to see everything.
So if you only Agni is bringing the rupa. So this sounds with the sun god is actually giving a rupa for the different kind of Adityas inside the Rāśi. So the sound which I am giving, suppose if I am an expert in Mantra Shastra, I can see the Aditya by the Rupa. Since you don't know how to see the Aditya. But in your horoscope, I can able to invite any Aditya if you know the mantra proper. So that Aditya comes to your Rasi, bless you with the full resources. Meaning,
you're talking about the Bija mantra for that particular Rasi.
Correct. So it is becoming a Poornima finally. I want the full resources to come. Because why it is Guru Poornima only for one day? That is the day when Guru wants to teach completely to the student. It is available only for a day. The next day it is not Poornima. It's something else.
True.
So similarly, you have to understand this particular area. Now, we have seen in the previous lesson that the Poornima meaning sun and moon has to come to 180 degree.
Correct.
Okay. And this particular Rasi also wants all sort of resources to get created. Because every day the population increasing, there should not be food scarcity, there should not be water scarcity. So God has so many challenges. He said, boss, we both have been given as a position that we cannot be like this forever. But at the same time, there is a challenge also. There is an enormous amount of population growing up. So what is this? How to solve this problem? Then they have decided to have Rāhu and Ketu. Ra for Rasi's first half Ra and the second half is called as Ketu, which is actually in this thing is called as Śikhi. So the Rahu's Ra and the Śikhi's C taken two words and connecting together is basically what is happening is Rasi. And that is why if you see Rahu and Ketu in any horoscope at any day, any point of time, they will be always at 180 degree each. And they make the sun and moon not allowing them to go from the Poornima. So we're actually holding the Poornima on a daily basis. Saying that, boss, in any horoscope, I want resources. Without that, in one day, if you change everything, then the next day, what I will do? I should have scarcity. Then God said, okay, then make this fellow as Rasi and keep both the fellows in 180 degree. So that we both are standing in an eclipse. Sun, Rahu is capturing the sun. Moon is captured by the Śikhi. So Śikhi captures the moon in the position of 180 degree. Rahu is capturing the sun in the position of where the sun is. And that becomes Poornima, meaning full light. And when that full light happens, all the resources in this planet will not get depleted. Then then why this question you should ask now that, boss, so many generations, so many years when this system are being created, but still we have all water. How it is possible? So many people came and used water, but still we have water. So many people came and destroyed many these things. Still we have foodstuff. How it is possible? Because it is a continuous basis on a day-to-day. It has been ensured that this Rasi is there. Other if Rasi is not there, in the word of Rasi, there is absolute destruction. Then there is nothing. You will be having poverty, you will be having hunger, all the poor, all the rich people, everybody will have the same kind of scenario. Then you are no more classes, high class, middle class, low class. Everybody have to suffer. With no water.
Existence itself is a question.
Correct. Hence, this word is not a simple word called as Rasi. You have to understand a deeper meaning. It says that understand this, at least for the people who are learning astrology, understand this word Rasi properly. If you don't understand, you will end up with nothing gaining this knowledge in Jyotisha. Because Rasi is a very, very important concept. And at the same time, your karma is also there inbuilt into the Rasi. Like a software, already somebody has coded. So I have to come and have some kind of resources which are already codified by somebody. I will get only that portion of that resources. But I should ensure from the God that I should get at least 70% full, which is written. In some Rasi, maybe I am codified for 100%. So, but whatever I am codified, I should get a Poornima. But wherever I am not having, then sorry, I can do nothing. So everybody is having this kind of knowledge of this sun and moon. Actually, if you see, the moon is actually giving us a Poornima. When you see the real Poornima, you are actually watching the sun or moon.
Moon.
Yeah,
not the
but
sun,
actually,
because it's night anyway.
Correct, but the Jyotishas have to see the sun. Because he is the one making the moon to make it in full form.
Reflect. Yeah.
Making it a full glory.
True.
So, hence, it is called as Janma. Moon is called as Janma. Meaning, your Janma or in your horoscope, where the sun is, that decides everything. What sort of resources will be given, where I will not give, everything is codified and denoted by the sun god. And wherever it is in the 7, it gives the full glory. If any planet is
our Janma Rasi is denoted by the moon, right? It is not sun though.
Correct. So, hence I am actually seeing the sun now, because Poornima is never called Poornima if the sun is not ready to give at 180 degrees.
Absolutely.
So my position in a horoscope is more important. It's not the moon, it is sun. To understand what, in case you are understanding a Rasi in a horoscope, I have to understand the sun. So then I will understand the sun on the basis of wherever I am getting the maximum resources, use it. And what is the fundamental rule here? If any planet is in the 7th from the Surya, you are so blessed. You get the maximum out of it, whatever you ask for. Go in the direction of the planet and ask for whatever you want. See one planet in your horoscope, whether it is 7th from the Surya. Tell me that planet is not giving me anything. Tell me that. But it can give two area wherever you are going. If you are choosing a good path, you will get everything good. If you are going in a wrong path, you will also give you everything bad. So you have to decide.
It depends upon the malefic or the benefic, or it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. The planet is a graha, it is already there. It becomes like a moon there. It becomes a Poornima, full light.
Poornima, correct. So
anybody who is coming in front of the sun gets the same amount of power illuminated on this planet, on the graha. But you have to decide what I should grab from him as a good from the planet, for which you should know in and out of the graha. You should know in and out of the Rasi where it is getting formed. You should know in and out about the nakshatras in which it was. You should know in and out about the karakas. You should know in and out of the padas it was. Everything you should know to grab everything from the planet. For example, in my case, I have Surya in Libra. I have one planet in Aries, which is my Atma Karaka. Soul. So my soul is exactly opposite to the sun. It is like a full Poornima for my Atma Karaka. He says my Atma Karaka is can get glory if I choose the Atma to travel with the full knowledge of sun.
So Saturn's path you have to travel.
Saturn's path or whatever. Then I am choosing, if I am choosing Surya for that matter, I mean Jyotisha for that matter, I will get the full order of whatever I could from the Surya, because he's ready to give me. But I should travel to the Saturn's area of astrology to gain that. In-depth knowledge I should get from the tradition. Saturn is always about the old pattern, tradition. So if any grandfathers or forefathers are in astrology, you should find out.
You have to follow that.
And if you find out, there is one grandfather or some other grandfathers who are in the business before they were in astrology, grab him. That's all you want to do. Then all that knowledge has been directly, whatever he did in his life, he already gaining it. Plus, in addition to that, whatever you want to do sadhana, go and do the sadhana. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, so
awesome.
So if you notice, even the sound, I will give you one sound as an example. Okay, so then you will understand what is the power in the words of the sun.
Bija.
Okay, if you notice, something is very curious. That is why if you learn astrology, it make you much more curious to learn this shastra. The Leo sound or letter which was given to the Surya was U, or the letter U. And wherever this letter is coming, and what is the power of Surya? He has the power to punish.
Punish?
Yeah, punish. Because if somebody in your kingdom is doing wrong things, you have a power to make him
definitely punish.
To either kill you or put you in prison. And he can decide the term of the prison also. Whether it is a life term or I can hang him out. I will decide based on the crime he had made. That is the power of the Surya with the simple word called as U. So whenever there is a U sound, it is actually mapping directly to Leo. And if you notice the English, Leo.
Okay.
This is the Surya's Rāśi, Leo.
Right, got it.
And it is the Surya's house plus office, Multrikona, both are in the Leo. And what is the power a king has? Always to punish. He is a king. Finally, he has a kind of a discipline, and whomsoever is deviating from his rule, his government, he can punish. So hence all the government, there are certain laws to be practiced. And if you are deviating the law and still you want to become a resident of the country, can they allow you? No, they cannot. They will punish you. And if you notice the English word punishment, that also contains a U at the starting.
Absolutely. Fine. Yeah.
Without that, the sound is not coming. In any language, the sound is directly associated with that only. So without that, there is nothing. So why the word punishment is having a U in immediately after the P is coming? Actually, the word actually is coming U only. If you pronounce punishment,
Correct.
the P is not predominant. It is U which is predominant. So
Mm-hmm.
that U is directly associated with the power to punish. And punishment itself is actually the meaning of. So if you notice here, you will understand, right? So, okay. Now you have understood that how the sounds are created, everything, right? Okay. Now, if we are taken as a lagna, that is why lagna is very important in a horoscope. That should have a rupa.
Mm-hmm.
And that rupa has to be seen by the outside world. You cannot be invisible at all. So far, have you ever heard that anybody have taken birth are invisible? Is there any possibility? Any creatures?
No.
Everybody has to come into limelight.
Sure.
How it is coming? It is because the karaka of the lagna is Surya, hence you have a rupa. Hence, even the karakatva of that particular lagna is also been associated with some logic. Agnis have only having a fundamental power to give rupa. No other tattva has this power. So then the lagna, when it is associated, birds having lagna, trees have lagna, you have lagna, I have lagna. When you have a lagna, you have a form. And that form, you can able to see only if you have Agni. And the Agni is associated with your eyes. And hence, eyes are important for Agni. And eyes, if your Agni is very good, everything in this world you will enjoy. Meaning, some people you will ask why this fellow is so rich. I am not that rich like the other fellow. Why? Again, the same. If you have a very powerful vision, Agni, in your horoscope, which is having a special type of arrangement to see the horoscope, it is not a regular this thing. Nobody will teach you that. Only if you know that Shastra, how to learn, then you will identify the people who are highly rich, moderately rich, or even suffering from poverty. Just from Agni. So, everything phenomenally, even for wealth, after listening this class today, some people having a problem with finances. The very first God for you to worship is Surya. Because he is the form of your Agni. And if you have Agni, eyes are okay. If your eyes are not okay, your Agni is also not okay. So hence, eyes are clearly associated with this thing. And eyes are located in the second house. And where is the wealth associated in astrology? Also in second house.
Second house.
That is why Agnis are very strongly present in the second house. Agni. And the direction in which the Lord of the second house is also having a definite connection with Agni. Hence, Venus is also having an Agni as a directional graha. Hence, Venus is a Jala graha, but he is having the power of Agni. Because of having the power to create wealth. Power of creating the wealth is with Agni. So if you don't worship Agni, the wealth is not going to increase. It is only going to decrease every day. But if you are not interested or your interest is on something else, then Agni is not predominant in your horoscope. So hence every actions, like everything, whatever we do, have definite meaning here. So hence, we always have to see okay. So,
Are we continuing with this one or we are going to?
No, we have understood how the Rāśi is formed, everything. Now, again, as I told you, the Rāśi is in your 4 fingers. In that, the first finger, this one, is your first house. And that is called as Aham. That is why the letter A is associated with the Lagna. And what is that Aham meaning? Self. Me, me, me. So if you are pointing this finger to somebody else, meaning you are in anger, or you are actually communicating which is not necessary. So many of the problem in this world is because of this Aham. And that is also called as Ahankar, meaning lot of ego, enormous amount of Ahankar. So what to do? What to do for that? Take the thumb.
Press with this thumb and press this one. And
yeah. Now, when you take this one, again, these Rasis are all created by sun. And the sun's Leo, U, stands for suppression. That is why king always suppress you, put you under him by force. When a king is conquering a kingdom, what does it mean? I am conquering and putting everybody under your control. Pushing down. Imagine a British conquered India. What does it mean? British has used the power to make everybody to become submissive. So it's kind of a suppression. It's the power of the king. So if you take the thumb, and this is your lagna, this first half of your portion is you, first house. Put that suppression there. Ego finished. And there is no fight thereafter. Every day you practice this one. Then you don't have any kind of ahankar on any matters. Even if you learn astrology and you think, yeah, I am a super astrologer, next day you will be falling with the wrong prediction. Why? Because you have ahankar. And second, I got a lot of money, ahankar. Gone. I got a beautiful marriage and beautiful wife, so much of ahankar. The beautiful wife is with me. Yeah, ahankar. Gone. So anything with ahankar will going away. Unless you learn the technique of suppression. It will emerge because you are a human being. It will emerge.
Absolutely.
But you should
learn to suppress.
Learn to suppress. And what is the word which is given for the mantra? U. U. You. U. U.
Yeah.
So when you say U, that itself is suppression. Can you pronounce the word U and see? U. Actually, it is pushing you down. U. Down.
Suppress.
Suppress. So anything which you add U and suppress, that is suppressed. So if you add U with anything, any house, if you feel that I have so much of ahankar here, I want to put it down here. I don't want ahankar there. Take it, put it.
Suppress.
Take the
so that's how we do the dhyanam as well. So
exactly. That is exactly the mudras. Any kind of mudra, if you see, that is the perfect mudra. And this mudra, which I talked about of suppressing the ego, is called jnana mudra.
Jnana.
And what is the jnana mudra is all about? Suppressing your own ego. And if you feel that I have a fantastic identity, God's sake, my rupa is, I can destroy your rupa in no matters.
True.
You feel that you are looking like a hero, don't become so ahankar. I can make your rupa with just one kind of a destruction. That's all, finished.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one accident gone, all rupas finished. Then what are you going to do? So this is a kind of ahankar. People should not learn to get it. If you get it, you are finished.
Awesome. Wonderful lesson.
Hence, every day take this and take the mudra, do the mudra. You have no kind of ahankar. So if you don't have any ahankar, you are grounded.
Right.
If you are grounded, then you will learn a lot from the Guru. Exactly. That is what Guru said first. When he gone to ask, the Surya came to Guru asking for the very first lesson I told you. The Surya came to his Guru's house. Because Guru's house is in Sagittarius, I told you, right?
Absolutely.
So Surya came from Leo to the Guru's house, asked him to accept him as a student. Guru said, you cannot become a student unless you learn the art of who and come. Because you are a king.
Without ego.
You are a king. And while taking, imagine that the king is coming with enormous amount of fruits, sweets, with a lot of donation to the guru, with a lot of ahankar. Imagining that the guru will accept him as a student because he's a king.
Absolutely.
Sorry, some gurus may reject you. I don't want you. And it is his decision.
True. End of
You
the
can,
day, yes.
and he will again test you whether you will punish him for that, because he's having an ability to punish.
Absolutely.
And if Sun is taking a decision to punish a guru, he will be finished. Who is going to be destroyed? King himself.
Sun itself.
So, hence, it has been said that, see, I can finish. I can finish you.
Awesome.
So that is the beautiful lesson with the Guru Poornima. So hence
Thank you so much for the wonderful explanation for Dhyana Mudra.
Yeah, all the sun and moon, the most divine planets of our Shastra, have to go and learn from the Guru. But both the people have chosen different gurus. If you really see, Leo has chosen the Sagittarius Guru. And hence he says that I am the person who will decide any birth coming from, I will declare who is the father. I will decide what kind of religion he will follow. I will also give him what kind of dharma he will follow. So that is coming from the Surya, hence your father. So your initials are with the father, hence.
Absolutely.
Because Surya has chosen Sagittarius as a guru. Whereas the moon, who is actually taken the reverse route to go to the Pisces, he has taken the guru's feet as a guru. And because of the guru's feet, Guru is not in this planet anyway. He is in a different area. He says, my feet is in the water. And moon said, no problem, sir. Give your feet. Hence, moon is having enormous amount of water, which is why it is called ocean. And what is moon capable of? Having multiple oceans of your mind, mana. And asking the mana to get regulated by detachment. That is why the 12th house is called Moksha. Because you have given me this ocean. Now my mind is fluctuating, oscillating. What to do? Like a wave, it is going. Then moon said, you have to teach me how to control this mind process. And anybody who has taken that route from the moon to the guru, they will have an absolute control of mana.
Complete Saranagati.
So, yeah. And he is actually having the manas, both the people having mana controlling tantras. Hence it is called as mantra.
Mantra. So 5th house is for mantra, that's the reason.
Because it is mana controlled mantra.
Absolutely.
Because your mind is like that, having enormous amount of vibrations, fluctuations, good and bad, everything is going on in your mind. And it has to subside.
Yeah.
And the waves have to calm down. Slowly.
Yeah, mantras always calms us down anyway.
Yeah. So it should not be a huge disaster like, this thing. Because oceans can do that also.
Absolutely.
Like tsunami. So you are actually asking that don't give me tsunami and give me Shanti actually.
Harmony instead. Yeah.
Shanti. Yeah. So this Shanti is what moon is aiming for.
Right.
And if you notice, this is the actual another lesson of moon's 9th house ability. He wants to have the 9th house always. So what is the 9th house? If you go forward, you will reach 9th to the Pisces. Always Guru's feet.
Guru's feet, right.
That is what you want. So your feet, whatever in your chart will decide whether that feet is good or bad. Okay.
Awesome.
So with this we will end.
Thank you so much.
Wait.